Good day and welcome once again to the channel. Today's topic touches millions across the globe and emotional roller coaster like any other. It's one filled with anxiety, anticipation, and a profound sense of uncertainty. We're diving into what is arguably one of the most intense waiting periods a person can endure, the moment by moment suspense of waiting for a decision on your UK visa application. There are no clear rules in this process. The clock seems to tick slower sometimes, even backwards, and the stakes absolutely life changing. Whether you're a student preparing to launch your academic journey, a skilled professional counting down the days to your new career, a loved one yearning for reunion, or a resident seeking stability, this limbo is all too familiar. You know the feeling, the obsessive checking of your inbox, the spike in heart rate every time the doorbell rings, the sense of life being temporarily frozen. All because your future lies in a queue, either digitally or physically, within the UK Home Office. In today's report, we're lifting the veil on the opaque world of UK visas and immigration, often referred to as UKVI. We'll break down the actual processing timelines for key visa categories, whether you're applying from abroad or already in the UK. This isn't just about quoting official estimates. It's about unpacking the real world, waiting times, the gap between policy and practice, and helping you prepare emotionally and practically. Understanding this is crucial. It affects how you plan your finances, manage your expectations, and safeguard your mental well being. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you never miss important updates on UK immigration matters. Let's begin with a key concept: service standards. This refers to the Home Office target timeframes for processing applications. For most applications submitted from outside the UK, the standard is 15 working days, or around 3 weeks. If you're applying from within the UK, the standard stretches to about 8 weeks. However, these numbers should be seen as benchmarks, not guarantees. Real-world timelines can differ substantially based on the complexity of your case and various operational factors. Let's walk through the typical experience for those applying from outside the UK. Often first-time applicants, the government usually gives priority to work and study visas. Skilled worker visas are a major entry route for professionals heading to the UK for specific roles. Officially, the expected processing time is 3 weeks. In straightforward scenarios, particularly when the employer is a trusted sponsor, that deadline is often met. But if complications arise, such as issues with the certificate of sponsorship or the need for additional background checks, that 3 week period can easily extend to 5 or 6 weeks or even longer. The same pattern applies to the health and care worker visa, though often fast-tracked due to the critical demand for healthcare staff. Even these applications can face delays depending on how complete and accurate your documents are. Then, we have the student visa category, arguably one of the most seasonally congested routes. The majority of these applications flood in during July through September, with students targeting the autumn semester. The service standard remains 3 weeks, and the Home Office does invest heavily during these months to cope with the surge. That said, processing times can still vary depending on how efficiently your documents are compiled. Welcome back, and thank you for joining us once again. Today, we continue unpacking one of the most nerve-testing experiences faced by visa applicants: the reality of UK visa processing times. From academic dreams to family reunions, and even plans to settle for good, timing can change everything. Let's begin where the pressure truly mounts: student visas. Universities operate on strict academic calendars, and the Home Office is well aware of that. While they generally meet the 3 week processing target, any delay in your application, especially related to financial documentation like the maintenance fund proof, can derail your timeline entirely. A slight error or late submission can trigger setbacks that threaten your university start date. The best strategy? Apply as soon as your institution allows, well ahead of the seasonal rush. Next, we turn to the family visa category, arguably the most emotionally challenging of all. This includes visas for spouses, partners, and children. For years, these applications were synonymous with painfully long waits. Imagine being apart from your loved ones for half a year. That was the norm under the previous 24-week 6-month service standard. Fortunately, there's been a shift. The Home Office has made efforts to reduce processing times, now aiming for around 15 weeks. Still, while some simpler cases are being resolved within 2 to 3 months, many applicants should brace for a 4 to 5 month wait. It's a slow race. Emotional and financial preparedness is essential. Moving on to the most heavily loaded category, visit visas. This sees the highest number of applications by far. While the official service standard is 3 weeks, these visas are given lower priority than work, study, or family routes. That means during busy periods, especially holidays, it's not unusual for visit visa decisions to take anywhere from 5 to 8 weeks. So if you're planning to attend a wedding, a graduation, or any key event, apply well in advance. Think in months, not weeks. Now let's turn our attention to those already inside the UK. Perhaps you're extending a visa, switching categories, or preparing for settlement. Most in-country applications, like transitioning from a student visa to a skilled worker visa, are expected to be processed within 8 weeks. And in many straightforward cases, that timeline holds true, but complexity can shift everything. A change in job title, questions about continuous residence, or missing documentation can drag your application into a months-long limbo. This is where priority and super priority services become vital lifelines. For a fee of roughly £500, priority applicants are usually given a decision within 5 working days. Super priority, priced at about £1,000, aims for a verdict by the next working day. These upgrades can be game-changing, but demand is intense. Limited slots are released daily and snapped up within minutes. It has become something of a digital scramble, requiring precision timing and a fast internet connection. And then comes the ultimate milestone in UK immigration, indefinite leave to remain, or ILR. This is the gateway to permanent residency, the end of a long journey and the beginning of a new chapter. But it doesn't come quickly. The standard wait time, 6 months. That's half a year spent anxiously awaiting the decision that will shape your future after years, often a decade, of living in the UK. The review process is comprehensive. Every detail of your immigration history is examined. While many applicants receive decisions within the standard timeframe, any inconsistencies, such as long absences from the UK or outdated documentation, can extend that wait. It's no wonder that so many applicants choose to invest in priority processing just to avoid the emotional toll of waiting. So, in a system riddled with uncertainty, what can you do to take control? It all comes down to 3 key principles: preparation, precision, and patience. Preparation. Before you even begin your application, do your homework. Understand your visa type inside and out. Relying on someone else's experience from years ago won't cut it. The rules and timelines are constantly evolving. Precision. Your application must be flawless. Every document, every form, every date must be accurate and aligned. One missing file or mismatched detail can trigger delays or even a refusal. That's the difference between a smooth 3-week process and a drawn-out 3-month ordeal. When in doubt, seek professional advice. A qualified immigration lawyer may cost less than the price of reapplying after a rejection. Patience. Once you've submitted your application, resist the urge to constantly chase updates. Repeated emails to the Home Office won't speed things up. Instead, channel that energy into staying informed and mentally prepared. This is the landscape of modern UK immigration: structured, digital, and often unforgiving. But with the right knowledge and approach, you can navigate it successfully. If you found this breakdown useful, consider supporting the channel by liking this video, subscribing, and tapping the bell icon to stay informed about future updates. Thanks for watching, and stay hopeful.